Hello? Hello? It's another miss-end stream. Oh. I'm sitting in my chair and I'm realizing, damn, I should have taken a nap earlier. Should have tried to sneak an hour-long nap in before stream today. Daft with the first today? What's up, Daft? It's mine. My precious first. No one can stop me. It's mine. Also, hi guys. Hi, Knife. It's time. I'm. Oh, I don't have the speakers on the wrong right. I just switch between my damn speakers and my headset too often, and I forgot to swap it back. Okay, I need to reopen Dark Souls actually. Hang on. Embarrassing. Embarrassing, I know. Anyways, let's go get our ass kicked by Manus for like an hour and 12 minutes. That's my guess on how long this will take. Speakers. Computer says they are headphones. Headphones. Computer says they are speakers. I actually have that fixed now. They're on the right channels now. But it is very interesting the way that the different ports are like labeled within Windows. I don't know why I can't just label them myself. Because a port's a port, man. Why do we have to have a very, very specific port if either of them also just are audio output? Why? Give me my customizability back. I want to rename whatever. I just want to be able to rename my devices so that they can be like Nuts Burke and sorry, I'm just the idea of a guy naming like any of his devices Nuts Burke is sending me. Okay, too early. I'm making up a guy to laugh at. But hey, that's the fun creative stuff, right? Let him have his little temper tantrum. Okay, figuring out where I can be to hit him too. The range on this thing is not exactly big. Berserk Eclipse smashing computer with sledgehammer. Yes. All right, it's time to go full Eclipse. Eclipse status? Actually, Eclipse status sounds like a spy thriller type beat. I didn't need to get hit there. Eclipse protocol activated. Please evacuate the facilities. And that on loop in the background for the next 5 minutes on screen. So how's First Light, by the way, speaking of spy thriller? Has anybody beaten the game yet? Because I've just seen the first 3 hours and I'm like, okay, this is Bond. This is very much Bond. But but I'm not super intrigued by it yet. My shit crashes when I play 5 minutes of it, but I really liked what I played. Okay. Do I need to play First Life or Daft? Because right now I'm debating between playing that. No? Okay. I want to... You play bad games for Daft now? Just because I'm not the biggest fan of Pragmata, I still gave it like a really good grade. I gave it a C. I gave it a C. Most AAA games I do not give a C nowadays. Soiled it. Just let me play good games too. I can't be playing exclusively slop. I wouldn't even say Pragmata was slop. I just didn't like the hacking minigame that much. It was perfectly passable. And I can understand why people like it. It's just not for me. Okay, we're on a strong start on this run back. Well... I see it has merit. I'm a hater sometimes. I'm not even a hater in like a capacity of, damn, I want everybody else to not enjoy this. Now you get Garshasp. Don't fucking Garshasp me, man. Don't send me on the Garshasp route of life. There's no way that I could do beast hunting as a profession. Or beast slaying. I feel like slaying versus hunting is a... I feel like slaying versus hunting is a very specific job descriptor. Beast hunter, I think like Rexar. You get Garshasp and Silent Hill Ascension, all the hits. Don't... I mean, it's... The bad games are at least easy to riff on. I'll give you that. It's really... Turns out, Angry Video Game Nerd kind of had that. Kind of had that down. It's really easy to be like, what were they thinking? I can't believe it. And don't worry, I know so many bad games. Please. Please, no more. No more. There's always so many games. There will only ever be more video games, I'm sure. I'll be your video game pinhead. Don't... Hang on. You really want to be my video game pinhead? You gotta give me pleasure and pain then. Come on. That's the whole point of those motherfuckers. I've opened the Daft box. No, no. The realm that mixes is so pain is pleasure. Point is the pain is the pleasure. Well... I guess I'm misunderstanding the... I guess I'm just misunderstanding the fundamental part of that. Or completely forgotten. Well, I guess if I can suffer so other people laugh. Remember when we watched the first Hellraiser and the lady fucked the skinless dude? Have you seen Hellraiser? I saw it once! They won't shut up about themes, literally. Look, it's been a minute. I was too busy commenting on the skinless guy fucking the lady. But there's kind of a lot of stuff going on in there. It's what happens when you make a gay BDSM fan makes horror. I mean, yeah. It makes sense. The skinless guy... I just remember being... like, damn. There's a lot going on in this movie. Clive Barker is a weirdo. I mean, we love a weirdo that actually makes stuff, though. Regardless of whether or not it's 100% for you. I know I appreciate it. What's the... Hang on, isn't there a trans actress that played Pinhead in the most recent Hellraiser 2? Was she in, not 7 in, Sense8, that's the one. Okay, well, that's just not dodging well. Jamie Clayton, yeah. I loved her in Sense8. I also just loved Sense8. Turns out the Wachowskis know how to write. If you give them enough time, they know how to write. She's in Mass Effect Andromeda? Oh, well. You gotta do anything to get your name out there, right? You take a job like that. At least I would. The run back, always a good time. I don't mind doing a good run back though. They're trying to continue their trend of hiring sci-fi TV actors for voice acting cameos in Mass Effect. I didn't realize that. Because Brongo was talking about this last night, I believe. Worf being in... I think it's the first game? Second game? One of them? And him being a Krogan that you punch? Motherfucker. 1, 2, and 3 have a billion Star Trek actors in them. Second? Okay. I could probably... I've only really played through Mass Effect 2 and 3. And even then, I only ever played Paragon. So I wouldn't mind doing like a Renegade type Mass Effect playthrough at some point. I mean, the Mass Effect games are kind of... With the Legendary Edition, which I think I have in the library, makes it pretty easy to experience all 3 of the games. Although Origin, or whatever the fuck EA Play, you have to have a little metagame knowledge to dodge all the space racist Renegade lines. Dang, you got Madfar? What's up, Nas? We only really... When was the last time you tuned in? Because we're pretty far. I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to beat Soul Level 1 Dark Souls within, like, a couple days. I accidentally called someone a space slur like 20 minutes in. Yeah, it's... I don't really want to be a racist. The line was like, you shouldn't do that, and then my dude was super racist instead. Oh, okay. I want to understand. Just give me the full line so that I can understand what I'm signing up for. Biggest problem with short lines? Well, it's kind of the Fallout 4 problem as well. Even though they already had that... Every game needs a mod like the one for Fallout 4. Yeah, show me the full line, please. Show me exactly what I'm saying. If it's voice acted, just give me the line. There's still a place for it. Because it sets tone. It sets, like, how it's in the intended tone. It does suck sometimes, but it can be super funny. It definitely can. I don't think so in Fallout 4's case. I need to stop getting hit. Accidentally doing a racism when my guy is like super nice guy McGee is very silly. It really is. Like the short line, it's like saying the selection of get off my lawn and get off my lawn, you fucking hooligans. That's an entirely different set of sentences. Owie. The only time like that, it is, sorry to bring it again, Andromeda, where the dialogue lines you shouldn't use, they will mess you up, but you can tell if you're paying attention to the conversation instead of just clicking. Yeah. I feel like KOTOR also had lines like that. Boschtet? Deft is Quarian posting? Tally is great. We do love Tally here. I was a Tallymancer. Is that a... Do people still fucking use that term? Hang on. Wait a second. I was just like... I just love the idea of character that literally can't show their face being a romance option. Maybe that's how I should have known that I was non-binary. I only ever played 2 and I romanced her. I love her. I love Tally. Ollie. Tally? It's Tally. Anyways. I think she's great. Again, I love the idea of falling in love with a character in spite of not really being able to be, like, intimate in that capacity. Doing one slowly here and there, and I'm going for the blue lady. Yeah, we also do stan the Liara. We love sexy blue lady as a selection option there. So they didn't make her a bisexual romance option. Yeah, that is a tragedy. Aren't the... Not Quarians. Asari. Aren't the Asari, like, able to sexually reproduce with anybody, too? Oh, Liara? No, okay. You're talking about Tally. Because I can't do male Shep anymore? What's wrong with male Shep, Daft? I mean, Jennifer Hale fucking chews it up, so I completely understand. Callie isn't, but she should have been because she treats you the damn same. That makes sense. Also, like, the lack of ability to touch each other doesn't really matter. If you're writing the character... Oh. No. I really like FemShep's voice acting. That's fair. The aura is bi. Okay. In fact, you can mod it into the game because all the lines are recorded. I know that's how they record lines, but whatever. I mean, if they're in the game... I just love Jennifer Hale's performance so much more. Sorry to Mark Meer, but I can't stand how they made him act. Yeah, Mark Meer, like... I think that he does a great job in the performance. But I don't like Male Shepherd that much. Although he does have the a great read for "I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel." He's very John video game stoic guy. Yes, he's very blank slate. A little boring in that way. Plays a really good villain in LA by Night, Mark Meer. I probably should check out LA by Night at some point. I just haven't. It's pretty good. I just haven't been able to get into like live play stuff since the first season of Critical Role. I watched / listened to all of that as like a podcast. And it's a lot of fucking content. It's like 400, it's like 500-ish hours of listening to one story arc. It's crazy. Don't do that. It's fair. It's a lot. It's crazy. Like, if I'm going to suggest anybody get into Critical Role, I would probably say go watch the Amazon series. And I don't say that about like anything. I do want to check out season 2 simply because I like the way that Matthew Mercer has written stories previously, but like I don't know. I don't want to set aside 500 hours for a live show again. I leave for raid. Good luck with your raid on. But good luck on your raid, Daft. Kill the boss, pussy. Don't let the bastards get you down. Can we get some pussies in chat, please? The Mario emote, specifically. Please don't actually show clam in chat. Cat chest. Cat chest is also acceptable. I do love cat chest. The furtive pussy, so easily forgotten. You don't have to deal with the two boys now, it's the tyrant. Good luck with the tyrant. The reason that I started playing Resident Evil again. Real goodbye. Goodbye, Daft. Good luck. Man, maybe I can see about setting up a Mario 64 speedrunning setup once next week perhaps, because I do have the N64 and I do have a capture card now. I've been saying that I want to learn how to play Mario, and having like actual hardware in my hands would feel awesome. It's been last time I pulled out the N64 was like probably a decade ago, playing Ocarina of Time for the first time. Well, you can do that now. It's not the same. Once Knife's mom is coming next week, along with Knife's sister. Ow. And they're gonna be bringing some of our stuff that we left back east. And that includes my N64 and my copy of Mario 64. So that's kind of what I'm waiting on with that. Also, I would like to get the PlayStation and play some Bloodborne, because I think we still have 2 copies of that. Turns out Knife, a fan of Bloodborne as well. Knife, didn't you beat Bloodborne? The pre-FromSoft experience before you really knew me. Yeah. Manus kind of has that, a little bit of that Elden Ring aura. You can see where it comes from. Not this attack. No. We were doing so well. I bought a PS4 just to play it. That was way before I met you. Oh yeah, like by probably, I want to say 8 years? It was in like 2016? Yeah, about 8 years. I also bought Bloodborne, but I had a PS4 that I shared with my little brother, and I just gave it to him. And I was like, I don't really need to get a console, even if there's a couple of console exclusives that I wouldn't mind playing. I was already pretty inbuilt into the PC gaming community at that point. But then again, I was predisposed to do that. Watching my uncles be gamers, talk about LAN parties, hang out with friends that were like 3rd generation PC nerds. So we were still doing LAN parties in like 2015. Keeping the tradition alive. There's nothing quite like actually being in person, hanging out with your friends, playing games like that together. I do want to actually do another one of those, because the same people that I used to do that with still host them, but a lot of the time I'm like, that's not a really good day for me. And it's easier for me to just be like, okay, have fun. Hope y'all have a great time. That and a lot of the games that they play, I'm like, just absolutely terrible at. Like StarCraft 2, all of the previous RTS games that people were really into, they already had like 5+ years of playing it ahead of me, and I only ever played it for like a year, maybe 2 max. I was just not very good at the micro I was fine at. It's the macro that I was especially bad with. 1 billion hours. Yeah. Very much people that played a lot of StarCraft. And that like actually knew some of the meta stuff that you could do. Me, I just played Terran and Bio Ball because it was really good. I know you can dodge that attack too. Alas. Let me get some more of this lemonade. Sorry, just, I'm feeling a little itchy. It's been one of those days where I'm like, did I get bug bites? I've been going on walks at night, and around here, that's when the bugs really start coming out more. The sun bakes and keeps all the bugs away, but instead you get hot. You were sitting outside by a body of water. That's true. Very plausible. Very plausible that I was getting mosquito bites. There's a little place by us that has a river that I'll go hang out by for a bit. Go on a little walk there and back. You're the only person I've met who attracts bugs more than me, so for once I'm safe. Yeah, I'm a prime candidate. I'm a prime candidate for a blood-sucking. As the world knows. Edward Cullen, call me, or whatever. I just can't... Are people still, like, super into the Twilight scene, or was that more flash in the pan? Are there people out here even still being like, I'm a diehard Jacob fan? I have a tattoo of Jacob and me making love on my back. No, that came and went. Yeah. Hot Topic was still popular by the time that was over. So, a hot minute ago. Hot Topic was definitely on its way out as I was becoming a tween. The few times I went to the mall, I was like, oh, they have like a Cowboy Bebop shirt. And I was forced to watch the Twilight movie. It was a bunch of people who used to love it and now like it ironically instead. Look, there's nothing wrong with being like, this has a whole huge place in my heart, but I recognize how dog shit it is. I understand that. And the only way that you can really do that, like, explain that easily is using irony. Also, good to see you, WT. One of these days I'll actually get a chance to heal. I'm just getting too greedy now. I need to be treating this like Bloodborne. Manus is a Bloodborne boss. I've heard a lot of people make the theory that Smiling Chester, I think is his name, is a Bloodborne guy, but I mean, he could just be a guy. But yes, Manus, very much a Bloodborne boss. I'm seeing the pattern here now. Hell, I've even got the hat. I'm some fucking peasant that happened to have an antique special shield. Tip's hat. My presents. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'll +2 that. My presence. Okay, who would get freaky with the moon presence though? That's a valid hear me out in my eyes. Like everybody knows the vampires and the werewolves, but let me fight this semi-formless being. Or fuck it. You're gonna have to ask me that? In the Field of Flowers? Yes. It's such a good boss arena. Turns out, fighting in a Field of Flowers, really good themes. I was just thinking, oh yeah, what other games do you fight a giant field of flowers? Sekiro. Sekiro, great candidate for the cinema. FromSoft really does make incredible... they really make some incredible set-piece fights. Turns out, making a large-ish arena with a slope and, like, flowers or other theming elements, like the kiln. Some very Kurosawa-esque stuff. I should probably watch some Kurosawa, actually. Ooh, that would be a perfect candidate. I think that's what I'm gonna make everybody watch. We're gonna watch some Kurosawa. Writing that down. Kurosawa movie. There we go. Anyways, I've not seen a whole lot of the old-fashioned samurai flick, but that and the spaghetti western, I've been told, share a lot of the same basic storytelling elements. I'm unfortunately not a cinema knower. Something that I mean to keep improving on. Like, I've been saying to Knife since we moved back, I need us to watch SLC Punk. Maybe, just maybe, don't run through that area and just try and dodge. Anyways, we were talking about Mass Effect earlier. What other stuff has Jennifer Hale done? I'm mostly unfamiliar with a lot of her works as well, but she does kill it as Bastila. SLC Punk, very near and dear to me. Grew up in what was left of that crowd in the 90s. What was the rest of that crowd like? She was in Metal Gear Solid? Oh shit, was she really? Who did she play in that? How many of the... She's Emma or whatever? Oh yeah! Hal's sister. Talk about a movie knower. Kojima, very much a guy that's like, I love art, I'm going to make my own art video game. She's also Bayonetta. Bayonetta is also on the list of games I want to play at some point. I'm just really, really bad at them. Turns out character action games generally, not really my forte. can speak to the punk scene beyond defeated and knew their time was up. I wasn't a punk. I was a subculture diplomat. Like they talk about in the movie, like between the mods. Till I am, I'll hit a punk show in a collared shirt and tie, and it's understood. Ah, so slightly more of a Hans type figure within that scene. Hopefully, that's not a one-to-one comparison. She's in BioShock Infinite. Is she, Please tell me that she's not Elizabeth. You know, I think adopting the mentality that this is just a Bloodborne fight was a smart idea. I'm playing a little bit more in the mindset. Most associate with Mike went into botany, dressed like a nerd, but also possibly maim you. Mike is, there's always a Mike-like character in the group, and everybody just goes, yeah, we don't fuck with Mike. He's still in the scene though. The girl one, the redhead twins, they aren't actually twins. Oh yeah, I did, you know, thinking on it now, I'm like, yeah, that is Jennifer Hale. Think about it for 0.3 seconds and it... No. We were doing so well. It's just this one move one-shots us. Work with spiders so I know his feelings. Someone has to fight for them. Punch his table. It's a great... Mike is a great, like, scene setter. He's just a guy. He's just a guy that's passionate. And that passion has to come out somewhere. With the conformist traditional masculinity, not allowed to care for something in a fashion that doesn't show violence. Spiders and snakes scare me. I'm kind of understandable or understanding towards that. Understandable towards the mindset? I don't know. I'm not an English major. The rituals are intricate, etc., etc. They are. Like, I was talking about this with Knife earlier, too. But it very much feels like... I have a coworker that was saying, oh, do you like beer? Do you want to come do a happy hour with us sometime? I was like, sure, man. I'll drink a beer, but... The three-parter. I'll drink a beer. Sure, I'll hang out with you outside of work. You seem nice enough. You've been understanding towards me when I've discussed various, like, queer culture things. Which is, like, a number one thing for me. If that's not something that you're 100% in on, like, other people being like, you know what? Not my fucking business. I'm a straight guy that's married and has kids. I don't get it, but, like, live your life. Tell me about it so I can understand better. That's an acceptable trait in a coworker. I would say even An A tier draft pick type coworker. Not particular on scorpions. Love my desk. I currently have a mama jumping spider with her egg sac about 2 feet away from me. Yeah, that's a... I don't think I would be that big into spiders, personally. But I will not shame the desire to nurture that kind of life. I love it all. I just... Sometimes I'm like... This will give me more anxiety than it will bring me joy, I think. Stepped on a snake in our cellar when I was 13. Didn't go down there for 6 months. I've never recovered. Sheesh. A snake in the cellar, huh? I mean, that's an experience that would live with me for a bit too, TBH. Brought her in on purpose, looking after her until they hatch. Then I set them loose on the patio and they get the mosquitoes. The symbiotic exchange. Oh yeah, like, absolutely. No. At least it doesn't instantly kill me. I can get hit by like 4 parts of it. Just not the entire thing. Well, yeah, the egg thing, it's like, okay, I can understand that a lot more if it's to make sure that you continue to have a nice mosquito/insect-free porch. Lights were off and I stepped on a squishy, which is different than cold hard on concrete. Turned lights on and it was a giant ass snake. Oh. Yeah, that would freak me out. Stepped on a snake in the dark. It was also my snake. How did you get out this time? It's a good way. It's a very funny way to... There it is. It's a very funny way to deal with that. Very funny way to live life. The snake got out again. How am I learning? Stepped on it on accident. Little fucking escape artist. I believe it. Reptiles... A lot of reptiles are not averse to roaming. I swear you can pick the lock. Wouldn't that be an interesting concept? Snake lockpick. Character concept in... Oh, well, what am I doing now? Character concept in D&D. Guy that can't pick a lock, so he has a snake do it. Sets it... puts its tongue in the lock and just... does the little tongue thing. And we're in. I'm straight, but I still have a closet full of dresses. It's not about my sexuality, I just fucking rock them. Hell yeah. I mean, a sundress... In this weather, I would love wearing something like a sundress. A little bit of airflow. I've never really understood people insulting people who wear kilts. Like, it's always at the expense of, oh no, you might see their balls. Who cares? It's just a piece of the body. I mean, obviously, like, there are situations where you don't necessarily want that, but... I also own 3 kilts, but in my running club, frankly, you're gonna see some balls. You're gonna see some balls. I hate to say it, everybody. If you go do things with your body, you're probably gonna see balls. Like any physical activity. Part of the package, literally in this case? Absolutely. The full package. Maybe, maybe not. Strictly gendered clothing is silly conceptually. People of various genders have been wearing things that could be considered dresses since humans were invented. Yep. 100%. No. Not this shit again, please. One of my kilts I got in Islay in Scotland. Good God, they're not cheap. But like, what does a traditional kilt consist of? Like, what makes it so expensive materially, other than like tradition? Probably 300 when I got it, maybe 500 now. Sheesh. I know there's some places around here that'll do kilts, because I attended a wedding with, I believe it was the groom that was part Scottish and was still keeping the tradition alive of, like, wearing a kilt for special occasions such as that. Just wool, just raw yardage and the amount of work to put it together. I mean, it makes sense. I've really come around on wool in the last couple of years. But that was also putting on and wearing and realizing, like, oh, this shit actually feels good. Well-treated wool will not steer you wrong. Been wanting to get more wool clothing, specifically. If I'm gonna get new clothing, I would like for it to be wool. I just don't feel like wool clothing is really accessible in the thrift market right now, because people are like, oh, it's wool, it's worth a lot of money. Because turns out, products that are good and last a long time will always be desirable. What a concept. Not everybody wants to be wearing polyester all the time. The slam, every time. I might need to go somewhere else just to get humanity so that I can kindle this bonfire, because I think I'm gonna need... Okay, well, there it is. Because I think I'm gonna need more Estus flasks than 5. Just educated guess there. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. You know, we'll come back. Sometimes you gotta break up the drudgery, the combinations. I guess let's go head to Tomb of the Giants. I might as well wear this stupid ass light hat. Yeah, sure. I'll wear this parasite that happens to emit light. Like, neat concept, but...
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing?
You think so?
Are you a cleric or something?
No.
No?
I'm no cleric. I'm just a... I'm just a sick freak.
I was telling you, there's a fine stash of treasure right down that hole. I found it first, but, well, we're friends now, so I'll split it with you. In any case, have a look.
Also Patches, everybody's favorite guy. Just a sick freak with a sick hat. I was just thinking earlier today and yesterday, I would really like to get a bigger, like a nicer hat. What's in style right now is just like a baseball cap. I don't necessarily want a baseball cap for every situation. I want, like... I wish that fedoras actually were still in fashion. Like, with an actual brim, top hat time. I could watch it. Bald, you start with the cadet. What about the beret? I think I could rock a beret. Newspaper hack, go hard. Everybody has opinions on hats.
You're no hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. There are two fierce hollows not
What's
far
up?
from here. They were once brave knights, my former escorts. Who would let such strong spirits be hollowed so?
Well, you know.
Is there nothing at all to be done?
Okay, well, I'll go kill your friends. Go gnaw on the beret. Not without growing in a mustache in at the minimum. That's understandable. Rock the full Jamie Heineman. I mean, Heineman, he's got a good look to him. Hard to turn that down. I just don't think I will ever get a mustache that bushy either.
Those two hollows, did you? It pains me to think of the trouble my failings have caused. I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much. Here.
Doesn't need to be the walrus, you just need some facial hair. Otherwise, it looks like you failed to the body condom over your head.
I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much.
I think I could make it work. You gotta have a well-styled beret, though. The only berets that I've seen, I've been like, these are not great for what I'm looking for. Style-wise, at least. But yeah, like, overall, we need to... I could do the newspaper boy. What's the... flat black cadet cap. Cadet cap. I don't know. Based off of what I'm seeing here, I don't know if I could rock any of these. Like, look at this. Maybe. Maybe like a beige. I think a darker brown, perhaps. I'm not 100% on the flat black. Definitely not the jeans. The green just makes me think too much army, and I think that I would attract the wrong kind of crowd there. Third one would make you look like Slim Shady. Search it on a bald guy. You know, I can envision it, and I'm still not 100%. Maybe I'll have to go shopping around and try it on. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Sorry, JFK, if JFK were Slim Shady. Wear a cadet cap. But I also live alone and don't bother with my hair most days. Hat it is. I can understand that. I don't bother with my hair most days. Slim FK Shady.
Oh, you. Well, let's just calm down.
Also, good to see you, Grommel. Hope you're doing well.
I did you wrong, but I didn't mean it. These temptations, they can...
Yeah, the temptations get to you, brother.
You know what I mean, don't you?
My desire to see blood and loot.
Forgive me.
The
Forgive me.
loot gremlin
Surely
tendencies
I've
are
been outcast, aren't we?
too powerful to be ignored.
Oh, brilliant. A second chance. Wonderful.
Not the
I figured you'd
temptations.
understand. I did. But, if I were in your
The
shoes,
bloodlust, it just overcomes me at times.
who knows what I'd have done. But
Did
now
you
we're
catch the
friends
women-led
again.
games showcase today? I did not, Abdarin. Do tell.
I did you wrong. But these...
Ask not what for your government can do for you, but what your government you can do for your government. Hang on, JFK if you were a small child as well? Also, hi. I thought I said hi to you, Grommel. Thank you for being here. You did? Well, you get another hi. Everybody here gets more highs if you so desire. Lots of good indies. You could check out the Steam page on recaps. Okay. I'm all in on the indie games. There are not a ton of AAA studios that I'm 100% for the stuff that they have on offer. I will be taking this. Yoink. Be going this way. Don't mind me. Y'all don't mind me just slipping past? Game called Fields of Aru, a life sim set in the Egyptian afterlife. Oh, okay, that could be fun. Indie games are wiping the floor with large studios right now, and I'm here for it. It's really bad. Just the general direction that AAA is going. It's not doing great. Indies are, there's a reason people are talking about Balatro and like Slay the Spire, and that's because they're good games that have not a ton of overhead so that they can create what they want to make. You don't have to paint by shareholder. Going for the kind of Boston overpronounced sound type beat. Remember, neither GFK nor Marshall Mathers are from Boston. No, they're definitely not. JFK is from Interior Mass, I guess. You could kind of get that. Hi, skeleton babies. Everybody say hi to the skeleton babies. And Pinwheel. Pinwheels. Hi. Hi, guys. I'm just gonna scooch on over here. Hi, baby. Hi, Brungo. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. That mascot game you've been playing is a lot of fun. I'm excited to see more of it. Where are you going, man? Where are you going, Nito? Come on, Nito. I'm just right over here. This fight sucks ass with these skeletons. Yeah, it's an interesting game. It seems interesting. It seems like it has things to say, which I'm for. Nito, come on, man. Come fight me. Chats and Crafts. Oh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I caught a little bit of the stream earlier before I went on my little walkie. Was enjoying the Stardew. How much damage does this do? Yeah, this is a... We'll just stick with the fire. That will be the damage dealer for us in this. They all wanted their own Fortnite so badly that they sunk their own battlecruiser trying to get to it. Yeah, pursuing games as a live service thing, I have many opinions on that. You're in the summer grind, need to get the wizard up? Hell yeah. The summer grind, so much to do. I'm sure a ton more with the extended content mod like you have going on. I have not seen much on it, but it seems interesting. May have to check it out at some point. It feels very very much a part of the base game. But yeah, like live service games, they just have this expectation that they will always print money when you can just do what I would call the Stardew and Terraria thing of make a complete game, update it when the team that is on it feels like updating it, and just keep going. Statsby, what's up? Just got Johnny playing Dark Souls on the treadmill amount. Thanks for the follow as well. Good to see you, Statsby. I do think that treadmill Dark Souls would be a great time. The boss runs would certainly be killer at times. The team has been wonderful. Yeah, the teams behind these big games, or these small indie games. What is your fighting style for this run? So we're doing Soul Level 1. So we can't do any upgrades. Like, this is the equipment that we can wear and have the lightest roll possible, while also the highest damage output. So the Reinforced Club and the Pyromancy Flame with 2 slots with Black Flame and Great Combustion. Ow. So we're doing a little bit of a challenge run here. Sorry, please stop. He just keeps going, and I'm going to die to the explosion. So, essentially, our run is dodge as much as possible. Our damage is maxed. I just have to play better. I have to simply not get hit as much. But yeah, we're limited to very, very garbage equipment that we have happened to upgrade into being decently usable. But most runs on Dark Souls, you're not rocking the Pyromancer fit. Most runs, you try and grab something that has any amount of poise so that you can afford to tank a hit. Because when you don't have any poise, you are just going to get stun locked if you're not careful. It's all about finding the good enough. Yes. The good enough in life and the good enough in the game. Always trying to find the this is satisfactory enough. Chasing perfection is a fool's errand. A great way to lose your sanity. Something I've been desperately trying to avoid with this Soul Level 1 challenge. Is it right here? Okay, no. Probably gotta jump there. Okay, Nito, can I get you to come over here? Nope, the skeleton army is coming. I may need to unenforce the occult club that I got, just so that I can equip it and keep these guys down for longer in the fight. Normally you can afford to just avoid them, not even think about them. Okay, well, damn, I wish I had a skeleton army. Me too. Arise, my bone warriors. Arise. Let's go to Parish. I'll swap out the club, because I'm pretty sure that the Divine +5 will be acceptable enough. Imagine not having a skeleton army in 2026. What about a drone army? Is that kind of the same thing? Also, hi, Unholy. Good to see you. Glad to have you here.
Well, you need.
Just remove that. Can I upgrade the Divine Plus higher than this? I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. I'll not sweat it then. Drone armies are terrifying. I've watched too many Ukraine war vids. Yeah, I can imagine. Not exactly pleasant stuff. Turns out war kind of hell. I know, hot take. War bad? War unnecessary? It's tragic though. If there's one lesson that Kojima taught me, war bad. And also, like, something about dudes pissing themselves and having very homoerotic relationships. I mean, Kojima, an artist. An artiste, even. War is bad, but cool. Yes, that is exactly his mindset. War bad, but really cool. I love the idea of giant mobile nuclear platforms. Ow. Kojima taught me one lesson. It was to take drugs to steady one's aim while sniping. That too. What is it? Benzodiazepam? Or has traditionally always been fully drugged? That's also true. There was a tea that we got that is made from, I think it's a native holly to America. It's like a not Yaupon. I think it might be Yaupon. Usually it's more uppers than downers, but they are usually doing everything. Yeah. Governments will control the internet to shape consensus reality to whatever arbitrary degree suits them. Kojima had a lot of things to say and was quite predictive in his messaging. Kojima taught me that he got saddled with video games and the whole time needed actors, cameras, and a script. Kojima very much wanted to be making movies and always has. But he's always been pushing the medium of games along the way. Should get more Yaupon? Yes, Yaupon actually delicious too. A very good tea in my eyes. Oh, I'm going to die. Never mind, I'm fine. I can tank into the corner. Pretty deep into that. That's not exactly a future projection. More prophetic in 2001 before social media even existed. Yeah, Kojima saw into the future a little bit with that one. Just a bit, though. Easy Nito down. We'll come back to Manus in a second. I just needed an easy break. Yaupon sounds like a Japanese boy love novel. It kind of does. Talk more on Yaupon. Yaupon is a native holly to America. It's, I believe, the only native caffeinated plant to North America. And according to the box and like what limited research I have done, it was oftentimes used as a stimulant for the warriors. So, also they wouldn't allow, I believe they would chew the leaves and then fire roast them. I may be misremembering where exactly this is. But it was women who were not able to have kids anymore would chew it and then fire roast it and then chew it. I'm not 100%. One of the only two known endemic to North America that produce caffeine. The other, containing 80% less, is Ilex casein, commonly known as Dahoon holly. It's all holly, too. Anyways, really cool stuff. I'd recommend looking into Yaupon. Very good tea. None of which we'll find here. No. That's why it has a really unfortunate Latin name. Ilex vomitoria. Need water for hollies? Yeah, you can't really do that here. I'd recommend looking into yaoi while you're out it. You know, if you're so inclined, we can talk about the boy love and yaoi. Whatever. You know, whatever Yuri, yaoi. Get the paddle. Get it at the ready. Big beds, big hands. Yeah, big holly plants. Big hands necessary. Yaoi pawn this dick. Octua. Yaoi pawn that thing. Hang on, there might be something there. I don't think that I'm finding it right now. That's for sure. Where can I go that will sell me humanity? Probably Ulusile? Can I buy more from Chester? I think Death Stranding releasing months before COVID is the real curse of Apollo. Like, was Kojima responsible? The message for... the message in Death Stranding being, wow, we gotta connect people with the internet. And then global pandemic, so... killed the guy, good job. GG, thank you, Brungo. We killed Nito, at least. One step closer to our quest of domination. Oh, he just sells them for 10,000. I'll take that. New Bazaar patch today. I've been playing for 6 hours straight. Are you okay? Do you need to, like, go take a stretch? Go get some water? Maybe, like, eat something?
So long.
Because 6 hours is not insignificant. I'm a sucker for slogging survival gameplay, but Death Stranding was not my story. Yeah, Kojima, I like a lot of the stuff that he does, but the man desperately needs people around him that can, like, rein him in just a little bit, because, man, I'll go to bed soon. That's a good idea too. This is an acid-laden fever dream and none of it is hooking up. Good game though, I guess. I don't see myself particularly enjoying Death Stranding. Like it's a message wrapped in a lot of game and a lot of game that I don't necessarily understand or like am compelled by, but Kojima forgot to have that bro in the corner that goes, dude, nah. Everyone's gonna tell you yes, but no. He really needed the homie that was willing to stick their neck out and say, like, we can't do this, man. We can't be like this. We gotta have more going on than that. Or this is just a step too far. I should probably take this stupid hat off my head, huh? Am I getting invaded? Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, I just pressed the button wrong. I was so excited about the idea of getting invaded. All right, fit check. Do we wear the sunlight maggot? Do we wear the sack? Or do we wear the fedora, the trilby? Because I kind of really like the trilby. What is the consensus here, guys? Trilby. It certainly has some something going on for it. I do feel like it's incredibly funny to possibly beat Gwyn with a trilby on. Oh, this is the wrong bonfire to be at for this run back. No Kindle. Warp me to the dungeon. But yeah, how's everybody's day been? I've been having a great one. Every time I go hang out at the river by my house, it's reinvigorating. Hearing all the ducks, the various birds calling, the sound of running water. Some of the fundamentals of feng shui really really got it down. It's you gotta have the metal, you gotta have the wood, you gotta have running water. What's the other one? I can't fully remember. There's at least one more fundamental. I think it's earth, so like rocks, I believe. Is that the name of the local Roman bath? Close. I would love it if we had community baths like that, though. Bring back third spaces again. Starting to fall in love with my job again. It's just lots of good things, good happening in my life. But I hate saying that because I feel like I might jinx it. I think it's a good thing to appreciate the highs while you have them, and you gotta recognize that they will not always be there. Take your dubs where you can. I think I'm dead. Yep. Sorry, Sally. Oh man, I could have summoned Sif for this fight too. Alas. But yeah, take your... I didn't rest at the bond. I also reinforced the wrong bonfire. Oh. Well, it's a good thing that I can buy more. Probably need that other one too. Man, if only I hadn't used all of my humanity trying to get the shortcut to save to save Solaire, not realizing that I needed to talk to the guy again in order to do so. Ah well. Continue to kindle it. But I just brought it up. We really should bring back the concept of a public bath. Although pools are kind of occupy a similar space, but they're not really there for you to like get clean, just kind of like cool down, hang out in some water that you definitely can't drink. Not that you should drink the bath water, but like we just don't have those third spaces like that. Like society, humans are very social creatures. We need a little bit more in-person socialization too. I've also really been enjoying listening to discographies lately too. It's going in order on every release by The Cure, for example. I love going through the back catalog of artists. Like, I think the most recent example of this for me is when I really started getting into Unknown Mortal Orchestra. Because, like, their early catalog is very indie, very, I would say almost twee. It leans towards that. But they got some funky bass lines in there too, and I very much appreciate that. Meanwhile, I'm stuck inside months at a time, often without seeing or speaking with another human for weeks straight. I would recommend trying to get some in-person time. Even if it's just like people watching. Remind you that humanity is not always the worst. Manus. What's up, Patty? Good to see you. Did the same with King Crimson. I need to do that. Person time? Where? With whom? Can people watch? That's not social interaction. That's true. Time to start posting stuff on phone polls. Time to print out a bunch of papers that say, "Hi, I want to meet people. Take this number." Humanity is not the worst. Popping some increases your resistances. That's true. Humanity, kind of good. Really good for healing. Increases your loot efficacy. Your effective item discovery. Chaos weapons are better. The worst goth because The Cure is not on my playlist? Nope, really. Time to start responding to your teacher's conversation questions in Brightspace before 11 p.m. Yeah, exactly. An attempt where Manus didn't kill us? Maybe. That's progress. Maybe one of these times we'll make progress. This run back is also just there. I swear 1 in 3 runs I am dying by the sorcerer. But yeah, let's bring back a telephone poll. posting stuff. I know deep inside you got this. I have no notion inside of me that says I will not be able to do this. It's just a matter of when. It's just a matter of when it gets done, because it's gonna happen. When that might be is the question. What is bright space? That is a good question. I don't think I have an actual answer. I'm just like, bright space. Taking that one at face value. We will beat Manus, though. Did anybody ever have a parent-teacher conference where the teacher essentially said that they hate you? Because I think I've had a couple of those, just completely unrelated, aside from teacher. Anybody have any of those? I've definitely had a couple of teachers that did not know how to deal with my unknown neurodivergent ass in class. Got really obsessed with saying pickles and cheese for a while, to the point where I frustrated my endlessly patient teachers. I need to actually pay attention here. Find it extremely difficult to ask the teacher questions in class. That's true. It's the social element of, like, I can't interrupt. I'll just talk to them afterwards. Bright Space is an education portal. Okay. Around here, I'm most familiar with Canvas. Got the right weapon. I pity people that walk in here with a giant blacksmith hammer, but I respect when they don't want advice. I mean, I just like the moveset of the Reinforced Club a little bit more generally. The bleed is nice. I don't really need any other magic damage riders. I think we're probably just gonna rock this. Okay, we're not getting another spell cast at us. Yeah, we just do it. We do it good old-fashioned big bonk smack. Or in this case, tiny bonk smack. Never ever made it personal, but I've pulled student off to the side and told him how it is. You're good at this, but the review board isn't gonna know you. You need proof, you need to do the work. Mostly a gag. I'm a teacher, who the fuck am I gonna ask? Yes. Propose questions to yourself in front of the class, and then answer them yourself in that case. Okay, getting greedy there. No. Did not. I need to be better about that move too. I'm a sucker for any bleed mechanic in a combat game. I suck, so let me hit you once and run away and let that health bar degrade. The poison... You don't really get a whole lot of options for poison or dot damage in the Souls games, I find. But, hey, as long... Like, the consistent DPS is there for a reason. It is very useful. Bright Space is proto canvas? Oh, okay. I was not aware of that. Thank you, Cromwell. I might have used Bright... I don't know what system. I think my schools had their own, like, whack-ass system previously. Usually I say, I don't know, sounds like you have homework tonight. I'll take your summary report next week. You're in research now, you think other people have the answers? No, that's your job. Welcome to the party. Time to find answers. Time to figure things out. Worked for Canvas briefly. There's a fine regret. Yeah, I have a friend that works for them. Did anybody see the like Canvas hack recently? Ow. Because they've been telling me that they've been working overtime for several weeks now. And it's still backed the fuck up. The regret was bailing when they were like 30 employees. The places I could have gone if I stayed. Actually, I don't regret that. Yeah, like, it's the sort of... You could make it big, but... If you get stock options, I guess, but... I kind of hate the mentality of like... Oh, you only join a small company because of the potential to earn big money. What, you don't believe in the mission statement? And then, as always, when big money gets involved, it's... When big money gets involved, it's kind of to the detriment of everybody else. I have a paper roll of startups I've been involved with, all failures. Yeah, startups are a very difficult thing to get into. Didn't think the infrastructure was different, so I left. All it takes is the one gold mine, right? A couple of people that I've known that work in the software space have been like, ah, yeah. I've worked for these bigger companies, and all of them have fired me. They've let me go rapidly because they started running out of money, and they'd overhired for a position that they were also underpaying for. It is just loss, loss, loss in every situation here. Instructure parent company who develops Canvas. My apologies. I misread that as infrastructure. No, that's a fair assessment. Best startup I worked with was 4 guys. Now this is a startup. 3 guys in the basement. All super into the project that they're working on. Ow. I really like not having to worry about when I'm pressing my heels, because I really need them. Alright, who was it this time? It was Daft this time, Riley. Hello, good to see you. You know it. Hell yeah, we love the tiny projects like that. Shirts off, Mountain Dew, cold pizza, random screaming, the whole bang. Ah, the classic. The 2000s turbo nerd. Got into coding for the love of the game, then realized that they can make some money off of it. Funny stuff. What the fuck? Well, Riley, you know, you gotta show up a little earlier if you want the first. One of these days you'll get it back, I think. Don't worry, I'm sure. I was working. Sorry, you gotta design your life around the streams now. It's the only way. Everybody, fuck, yeah, sorry. You have a spouse? Gotta get divorced. You gotta dedicate 100% of your attention for the 3 hours that I'm streaming every day. That's the focal point. I don't even do that. I'm the motherfucker doing it, and I don't even do that. But okay, no, please don't. I don't make the rules, you just have to follow them. I don't even follow the rules. I can't expect anybody else to do so on that. We had a really good idea too. We were just too damned early. It's always tragic knowing that the project is going to work, but it's just a matter of the tech not being there. Not quite yet. That's what iteration is for, baby. You gotta iterate. Gotta start with what you can make. Or something. I don't know. I don't make the rules, you just have to follow them. But only you, nobody else. Yeah, exactly. Pretty sure we're dead. Oh, no, we do survive that. If we don't get hit by the first hit. Okay, wrong way on the roll. Basically Zillow. Current technology was at the Palm Trio. Brilliant idea, 8 years too soon. It's really, that is a tragic thing because Zillow is the ability to look up homes for sale as easily as that. Really, really good stuff. Okay, let's not keep getting hit like this. Even if housing is a human right and all that. Tragic that that was not your big money maker, your big break, so it were. We are not doing enough damage here. I'm looking at the health bar and I'm like, oh yeah, I have not hit him like 90% of this fight. I've just been healing every time that would be my turn to even get a hit in. Big hand man and his silly big ass horns with eyes. There we go. Okay, I think we're getting a little bit of the lock in here. Oh. The backwards roll. That's not a move that I've had enough practice dodging yet. Alas. But hey, I feel like we're making progress. Yowie hands Manus. Yes. Well, really only one of his hands. It was a very solid phase. There was definitely something there. We'll get there, though. I have full confidence, even if it takes 2 streams. Just for Manus. But yeah, Manus kind of only has the one Yowie hand with teeth. Eldritch Yowie? Mountains of Madness type hands? Come on. I need to be better about noticing the hand creeping along the other way, too. Very fun and silly. Too early on the roll. Very silly counterattack. As a way to punish the never-ending crotch chasing of every Souls boss. Man, it's really, like, all of this DLC is very proto-Bloodborne. And I feel like you can see that in the fight designs. Like, big stag horns and everything. Like, I feel like some of this design also stayed relevant with some of the future designs of FromSoft. That's the beauty of it. Always an evolving company. Dodging at an angle. Bad time there, bad time. Bad way to do it. Anyways, what was I speaking about earlier? Feng Shui, sitting by the river. I don't really have a whole lot of other new stuff that has occurred with me today. Just a lot of worky type shenanigans. Everybody loves work, right? I'm waiting to hear the other bolt. Sorry. I mean, work for me is relatively simple. I'm glad that I get a nice, relaxed week this week. Next week I'm taking off. As I've discussed, Knife's mom and sister are coming to visit, so not my turn there. Knife's mom and sister are coming to visit, so gonna do some of the more fun, local, like, touristy type stuff. I think it's always a good idea to get an approximation of what other people that visit your city might end up doing. Be able to steer them the right way, especially on food, because oh my god, the food scene in Salt Lake, it's very hit or miss. There have been many places that I've been to that have been absolutely delicious. And were just great local eateries. But the mentality of a lot of the people around here tends to lean towards a lot of fast food and, like, status fast food, which is crazy. A crazy idea, like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A and Cane's, like the chicken, the hot chicken type stuff. Which, like, I'm a fan of it. I like myself a spicy chicken, a little bit of a tender action, but like Raising Cane's kind of doesn't have like well-flavored chicken. And Chick-fil-A, I mean, it's probably does anybody actually go to Chick-fil-A and go, man, this was a great experience? It was totally worth $30 for a lemonade, an alright chicken sandwich, and fries. Although it's probably closer to 20. But for fast food, that's like no shot, man. $20 is a full-on meal at a sit-down restaurant. Why would I pay the same for food that is of a similar quality as what I would describe as pig slop? Like the slop for pigs? No. No, we were so close. My roll timing is just off. That felt like it was I had his read. Anyways. We'll get there. Might take another 4 runs, but we'll try and get there. Who do I want to do next after Manus? I think we do Seethe. Actually, Seethe is the only one left now. We've already done Bed of Chaos. At Riley's behest. Ow. I just want... And then Nito I'd already fought just today because I wanted to. And then it's just, it's going to Gwyn, which I think Gwyn... Manus is going to be the hardest part. He is going to be the primary conflict of this game, guaranteed. Gwyn I'm pretty familiar with. And I do know how to parry, which is important for that. I did spend the time in the necessary parry mines. I appreciate that this is a game that does reward you for using, like, probably the most risk-reward mechanic. Same with Sekiro. Like, the final boss, I think Nine Souls also does that as well. The very heavily FromSoft-inspired game, Nine Souls. Very... just the parry mechanics on it all. Gorgeous stuff. Beautiful game, beautiful story, beautiful soundtrack, too. And extremely indie. Probably one of the best Metroidvanias out there. I think I need to play Silksong also to really get the experience. Maybe that'll be one of the next games off of my list that I pick. Games that I want to play for me. There's a lot of games. Turns out, a whole lot of games out there. And there's only ever going to be more. It's that move. That's the move that's really given me the most trouble. Oh yeah, I do have the hat. Hang on. Let's go... Let's go get the pendant, because I think that may make things a little bit easier here, too. Just so I don't have to dodge through that attack. Spend the, like, 3 seconds to get a piece of equipment that will make my life easier. I can probably drop this, too. At least off the bar for now. probably... Am I past it? We're almost there. Yeah, over here. I'm just here for the item. Excuse me? Goodbye. More bloated heads and Titanite shards? Wow. The bloated heads, my favorite talking heads, dead cover band? Oh, this is... I went the wrong way here. Could I jump to that from there? Probably. Okay, actually rested the township bonfire too. Very silly of me, very silly of me. Also, one moment. Just a second. No, come on. Game. Okay, back at it. Trying to get... Is it the silver pendant? I was gonna say, WT, I think you've accidentally pasted into the wrong place here. Explains why it wasn't copying and pasting. Apparently, whatever you're working on likes the stream too much. Okay, well, this is not gonna work out very well, huh? Normal Twitch message. Completely normal, no issues whatsoever. Is this area just proto Bloodborne? Is all of the DLC just them thinking, what kind of ideas can we throw at this? It's always so funny to me to see that sort of carrying. Let there be light. Yep, there it is, the silver pendant. Deflect dark. They do look like a amygdala. They kind of do. They got a little bit of that design there. Now, where's my stupid trilby? Those are satellite TLEs, two-line element for the Russian weather system, Meteor M24. Just to pull live imagery from space. It's about to fly over us. Hell yeah, that's super cool. Always fascinating. Just exactly how far humanity has progressed in that fashion. We have consistent stuff pulled from satellites that we put up there. Is that not inspiring? How about we pull, like, I'm gonna say half of the military budget and just give that to NASA. See what kind of progress we can make on that. Like, if I remember correctly, which I may be wrong here. If I'm remembering correctly, NASA had essentially made solar panels. Are you a Total War fan? I'm a moderate fan of Total War. I've played, the most I've played is, I think, Total War Warhammer. But the base premise is there. I was not very good at it. I liked it well enough. I never played like Total War Rome growing up, so it's not got... It's not got the nostalgia memory. I think Ulysses S. Grant's invention of Total War was a good idea. Yeah, I love it. I love Total War. The idea of a war in its totality. Every element of it. Big fan. Uh-oh. Do I live? Yeah, we do live. You a Total War fan? Like nothing getting you going that complete war among many people? Not just any war, but Total War. Oh, it's a video game? Not, I don't play video games, actually. I've never once played a video game. I just love the idea of people going ham. No. I don't play video games, I just do war crimes. Back in the day, they just did war crimes for the love of the game. We just need Total War Lord of the Rings and I'm good. Ooh, actually, hang on. How many Total War Lord of the Rings conversions are there? Because there's gotta be a mod that is in competition for one of the top-rated mods on any Total War game. Y'all are pressing my teacher button so hard I'm practically shaking. Careful, don't get WT too excited. He'll pee on the floor. I used to have a dog that, don't worry, it's still alive. It was my family's dog. Sometimes when I would come home, she would get so excited that she would pee a little bit. Nothing says man's best friend like giving you something to do right as soon as you walk in the door. Well, I'm gonna piss in my seat, which is infinitely worse. Yeah, it doesn't get out of the foam. It doesn't get out of the memory foam in the chair. It's pretty nasty, pretty stinky. One of those, she'd also smile. I love stupid dogs. Like I definitely the same dog definitely also used to smile. No. I want a Warhammer 40k Battlefield game. I could definitely see a Warhammer 40k Battlefield game being pretty good. Games like that. I wish another IP would be made in those formats. I really, really would like more good Lord of the Rings stuff, but unfortunately, with Amazon kind of having rights to that, I think we're gonna get more golems than we're gonna get Battle for Middle-earths. John Blanche just passed. Damn shame and loss of quite an artist. Not even really into Warhammer, but geez. Yeah, always a tragedy. Always a tragedy losing a pillar of the arts. Even if some of that art is exclusively just to make as much money as possible. But yeah, the silly-ass dog that I had would smile. She would beg so much. Like, she was so incredibly food motivated. If you were eating it, she expected to be fed it as well. Sort of how Star Wars Battlefront is sort of like Battlefield. I see how you got to 40k Battlefield game. That could be fun. But I feel like they would be less interested in that because they want Warhammer games that make you feel like you're useless or total power fantasy. Kingdom Come Deliverance devs are making a Middle-earth game, which is confusing the general public because it's not a Lord of the Rings game. Technically, that's different. It is a different setting. And if they do like a Hobbit, if you can play as a Hobbit and cause mischief throughout Middle-earth, that would be awesome. Just or a ranger of like a Dunedain ranger type stuff. I think I mentioned this to Knife as soon as that tidbit of information. I was like, ooh, actually I see the potential for this. All's well and good until you get turned into a gimp by Slaanesh and don't die. Just watch them cap your flag. Okay, hang on. Grommel, you're cooking with that one. Slaanesh? The Slaanesh faction probably won't exist because Slaanesh does not translate into media that, like, you can really have kids interact with, simply because of the nature of Slaanesh. I do wish that we'd get more games where Slaanesh is the enemy. And it's like, oh yeah, this is just the same, exact same stuff, just with like giant yonic penises. So Fear and Hunger, pretty much. Same general vibe. But Fear and Hunger has a lot more going on with it at the same time, too. Lord of the Rings takes place in Middle-earth, but Middle-earth existed before Lord of the Rings was written. Yeah, Middle-earth, different rights there, as Knife said. Anal bleeding status effects and so on. Yeah, Fear and Hunger feels very, like, written by like a Slavic bloc or a Soviet bloc kind of individual. At least the first one. That and very much like Berserk inspiration. I like a decent amount, but some of it is edgy for edgy's sake. I think that there's good stuff in there, but a lot of it is just like, what if we could do this? So let's. Dude's finish. Oh, fuck. I think if we talked about this before, too. You know, I do think that Scandinavian kind of has that as well. It makes enough sense to me. Before I came here, I came from one of the 3 Tolkien scholars discussing Baron and Luthien. World is massive. Nope. Bad timing on that. See about 20% of it in the Lord of the Rings books. That just makes it perfect for a Warhammer. Not a Warhammer, a Total War game. Okay. Just getting the timing on that down. Hashtag don't read chat. Yeah, maybe not. Don't read chat when you're in the middle of dodging a move. But yeah, must away as I must prep to go into the office tomorrow. Talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out, Grommel. Bye, Breasty. Get some sleep. Good luck. one type away from saying dudes finish, which is very different. Dudes do finish generally. Dudes do be finishing pretty consistently. That's how I read it the first time. Dudes rock type message, but in regards Thane.jpg on that one, not making the joke. Dudes finish. You hear that, everybody? I need to be better about trying to proc bleed on Manus too. Ow. Unfortunately, we must take our regen time. Come on, Manus. Here's the thing that I always forget with bleed type weapons. You are very much rewarded for keeping pressure on until you apply your status effect. And then you can retreat out. Gotta be a little bit greedier. Ow. Nope. The three-parter. I'm gonna knock this out in less than 2 minutes. Watch me work. 2 minutes? Come on. Sometimes I let competition wander into the wrong places. Decided better than to do it. Everybody biting their tongue, trying not to make the cum joke. SMH my head. Come on, guys. This is an online chat room attached to playing video games. We're not gonna make the cum joke? It's like jazz. It's about the cum jokes that you don't make. Send anyway. You gotta let the cum jokes breathe. So true. I mean, I'm agreeing. I'm fully in agreement there. You can't "that's what she said" everything, otherwise it loses the pizzazz. You can't play the top hat or the hi-hat. I don't know drums. Don't correct me too much here. You can't play the hi-hat exclusively. It loses the zing to it. Woo! Actually, it's a trilby. I just imagined a drummer wearing a trilby and nothing else. No shirt, no pants, no shoes. I don't know why, but just like, who's the... So I'm not the most familiar with the Nirvana, the band, the show stuff. Who's the blonde guy with the longer hair? Because I just imagine that guy. It's kind of what the one drummer we saw was doing. Though he was shirtless because he got so sweaty there was no point. Yeah, that dude, that was the Machine Girl concert, right? Kurt Cobain? Come on, Cracked. I thought you were Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie kind of guy. Kurt Cobain naked wearing a trilby, also very funny mental image. It was Machine Girl? Okay, good to keep in mind. I'm just missing hits now. Ow. Come from Industrial. The drummer's shirt always comes off. I'm always impressed they don't destroy their kit. Yeah. Y'all haven't been to a show where the drummer is just hanging dong? Stop reading chat then, forehead. No, I can't. It's I can't yet. Can't believe this is coming from me, but get out more. I try. I try to make it at least a twice a week activity to go do other things. Like, we got volleyball on the weekend, and like, it's really hard to get people to want to hang out on a weekday. Weekdays are everybody's got to do their own thing, and I'm like, I don't care. I'll help cook with you. I'll help clean up your apartment. The social activity is what I'm here for. If you're too beat to do social stuff, I understand, but please. You can sneak 2 hits in here. Okay. Getting too greedy. Let him finish his move. Does Manus even have a bleed effect? I feel like he has to. No. Oh, that's dead. Not quite. Okay, I'll take it. Nope. I love my soul cultures for that one weird angle. Bro, we're all naked under our clothes. You need to drum naked, whatever. I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, if it's an adult only show, if you got a drum in your tidy whities or less, do it. You are not the focus of the music. Unless you're really trying to put the performance into performance art. Point being, just no one gives a crap. Yeah. Yeah. We're all people. We all have genitals, generally. It's just a matter of life. Most annoying realizations with Elden Ring was I made a bleed build and then realized both stages of final boss were immune. It wasn't a katana. What kind of bleed build were you making, Cracked? Was it claws? Was it claws? Was it like the rose mace? Yeah, I get really annoyed when bosses are immune to a status effect that you can like build your entire run around. It's just, man, now I gotta go get other equipment or just have useless shit. Dagger that shoots blood, and I was doing arcane maxing. Okay, that is pretty fun. Let me make you bleed, Manus. Bleed that goopy stuff. Not that stuff, the other stuff. John Cumberblood. I mean, what? Hang on. Guess that guy doesn't have, like, blood anymore. He is disintegrating or whatever. It's still a little frustrating. I understand from, like, a design perspective. It's like, this guy doesn't... You don't have no blood. There's not... Like, you can't make a skeleton bleed unless you're playing Darkest Dungeon. Pulling out the pendant too late. Damn it. Time Eater ass. Don't. I fucking hate the Time Eater. Anybody else been playing some Slay the Spire 2? I've been playing a lot of it, and I think I really, really like Asti. Necrobinder, really fun. Also silent when you can get a run off the ground. I feel like you're very, very block dependent with her, but played a bit. I think I've sunk like 60 hours in off screen. They made a sequel? Yes. Couldn't dig into it though. Work pulls me away every few hours. Yeah, it's I feel like Slay the Spire is kind of like perfect lunch break game. I have the first one on my phone, and I think I'm like Ascension 7 max on that. I'm not very far on like Slay the Spire 1. I just don't understand quite as much, I think. It's also learning enemy types and like what your deck needs to fight. Like watching Firebat play, I'm like, I think I understand it a little bit more now, but I'm still not very good at my decision making. Necro is my girly too. I love Necrobinder. She's so much fun. Stacking Asti, and just like the cards that you get are very, very good. Like throwing Ethereal on them. The ethereal synergies, when you can get them to work, very, very fun too. Like Page Storm or whatever. I like the silent. This lends to my previous idea of poison, poison, poison. Silent, also very fun. I don't feel like I get poison off the ground very much, but when I have, I'm like, this is really good. I just think that shivs are nutty. Like, the Shiv toolkit has a lot more oomph to it. Should try more Ethereal. It's probably my weakest range for her. I think my weakest range for her is trying to, like, make anything soul deck related work. Because souls are just a nice add, because it's like, okay, I get more draw. But I don't think I get offered the do damage for every soul you play nearly enough to be like, yeah, I take a bunch of the stuff that gives souls. Her Doom package is just really good comparatively. Soul deck plus Asti attacks goes crazy? I hadn't considered that combination. Because I know that Asti, like, if you can get Poke in there, a couple, like, she's really limited by the card draw for a lot of what makes Asti stuff good. Poke in the one that becomes free? Yeah. I just feel like every situation, I'm like, I haven't taken enough Asti actually attacks cards. Like, Retain is really good for that. Yeah, she just has such a wide variety of stuff that you can do as her kits that makes her so compelling. That's where the souls come in. Yeah. Get your draw in. And I feel like the common card that's like put up 8 block, put a soul in your discard or in your deck, pretty good. Decent block. Paying it forward to yourself. Necrobinder really is just all about paying it forward to yourself in a lot of capacities too. And weakness, always good to have weakness in there. Trick is to get a buff that applies damage whenever you do damage, and those shivs become a machine gun. Oh yeah, like Serpent Form is just so good too for silent. It's kind of hard to get out, but if you can get that in a deck where you're cycling, it's just like, I did 60 damage looking for the cards that I wanted to play anyways. Ow, that's just greed. That's nobody's fault but my own, and fully greedy. Got greedy, Martin, I know. I wonder if I can... Knife, do you think I could convince people to... the movie night people to watch Big Lebowski, too? Big Lebowski is a good movie, but it's one of those movies that just kind of like meanders and is a little hard to sell people on fully. Probably. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I kind of want to do a Kurosawa, though. Does anybody have a suggestion on Kurosawa? Ow. Big Lebowski is a good movie, but it's a scene movie, and a crowd of people start yakking right in the middle. Yeah, that's my concern with it. You gotta have stuff that's, like, much more generally riffable, or something that people are not gonna talk during. Saying it's not the best idea. Good idea. Doesn't match the weird, obscure energy we've seen thus far, but whatever you want. That's true. Like, the last movie night, I think I talked about it a little bit. The movie night was... I'm just getting so greedy. You gotta watch House, 1977 film. House is a ride. That's like an hour and a half, and it's... whew. I have seriously favorite games that I tell people don't dare stream this, play it by yourself. There are games like Disco Elysium, I don't think is generally a great stream game unless you're trying to rage bait people. And it just lands so much better if you have yourself, at least the first run. Knowing what happens for the second run, I could see streaming it being better, but I would say never do a first run on stream. I was literally thinking of Disco Elysium. Oh, this is for you. Disco Elysium is phenomenal game, phenomenal writing, incredible storytelling, incredible ways to talk about politics and also like relate that back to the local, like such a local level. And it, I mean, everybody knows Disco Elysium goated. Also an indie game. Would not have gotten made if it had to be a paint by numbers type project. Turns out if you make stuff that's good, people will enjoy it. Only game that makes me cry like 4 different times, and I'm pretty stoic MFer. I've definitely cried to Disco Elysium at least a couple of times. Movies are no different. You do this on your time. Yeah, I think I'm a person that needs to sit down and like fully absorb a piece of media if you want like dedicated viewing, critic type. I'm exclusively dedicating my brain space to analyzing and watching this media. I'm not very good at writing down the thoughts, though. I need to start using, like, a voice memo or something. There was a YouTube video I was watching. It was I think it was the Josh Strife Hayes 100 Days of Streaming thing. And while I think that he generally had a lot of the points right, to me, it's not about that. If I wanted to make big buku bucks, I would not try and be a streamer the way that I am right now, especially. I'm just here as it's purely for hangout. Anyways, the thing that he mentioned during that is the way that he would formulate his video essays is he would sit down, play like a 2-hour or play a segment, record a voice memo, and use that for the script later. which is, my dad used to be a sports writer. I'm not going to say anything more than that because I think you could probably find more stuff about it. But he used to be a sports writer, and seeing it very much reminded me of the way that he would sit down and do his work. There we go. You bastard. Don't try and do that again. No, stop that. Please, let me just beat your ass. Let's bring this back to the smackies. I won't use magic if you won't, Manus. Damn cheater. The magic of seeing a professional at work, though, is always interesting. I feel like we definitely... No! That is not the move that I thought he was pulling out there. Alas. But yeah, the magic of seeing a professional at work and the abilities that they can pull out and just what is commonplace for them compared to an individual with a different specialization. Like, oh yeah, this guy has made soy sauce for... His family's been making soy sauce for 400 years, so he has it down pat. The recipe's been passed down for like 17 generations. Professional does not equal expert. Not necessarily. Certainly not necessarily, but like the people that have been permitted to become a professional or be a professional on top of an expert, on top of being an expert. You have to pick a movie that redacted friend would, the most disorganized man alive, will be able to follow. Yeah, let's try. That's actually 100% right. He is a guy that is very ADHD, and I don't say this as an insult. It's just like he desperately needs medication and or somebody to help keep him on task at all times. Otherwise, he very much struggles. He's a good guy, though. Hyper-literal asshole who takes definitions very seriously. No, I understand. It's important to... Language is for clarity. What's the point of having these ways to communicate if we don't stick to keeping them clear? Doesn't matter who you are, it plugged directly into you and ripped your soul out to show it to you. That is definitely Disco Elysium in a nutshell. It very much makes you look in the mirror and go, is this somebody that you like? Playing as somebody like that. We need more just people that are absolute shitheads who go, damn, I need to change. I need to change things. This is not the way that I want to live. I think that's a story that can resonate for many, many people. And one of the reasons I love art so much. Disco Elysium is kind of what woke me up as a person and made me go, wait, why are these systems the way that they are? Why am I the way that I am? What can I... That and my psychology degree. Not this time, pal. But the psychology degree was just like giving myself the tools to be able to recognize exactly what had happened. I love his big goofy tail. No, please, no. We were doing so well. Now you're speaking my language. I know you'd love that one, not Daft, Knife. Countless posts on the internet from recovering alcoholics who played that game and started fixing it right after. I'm one of them, baby. It's very easy to be like, oh yeah, maybe this is really bad for me. Seeing the effects of it. No, I'm daft now. That is a daft comment for sure. Two things I like: a bastard who really likes being a bastard, and a bastard who stopped doing that and now feels bad about it. That's good art. Getting more down the bar. We are making progress. I don't know if today will be the day that we finish Manus. I think we're getting there, though. I think if we spend an hour fighting Manus tomorrow and we don't get it, we're going to go fight Seath, and then we'll come back and we will have no more game but Gwyn. I believe too. Okay, come on. I was doing my roll and everything, and the lip just kept me elevated to get hit. Professional is simply paid in their field, and expert is considered learned. No, that is 100% the definition there. But I really love art because it has so much space to make you go, oh, a relatable story, something that I can understand in my worldview. Knife, what's the post that is Disco Elysium and the person being like, I don't understand why Kim called me a fascist? And pretty much every single comment on that post being like, well, did you do the fascist stuff? And the person not understanding what it means to, like, political theory and everything. Getting the political theory for dummies in the Reddit comments. And pretty much every other person being like, so you did. I know that not everybody reads theory, but, like, maybe it would be a good idea for you to understand what some of the stuff that you're saying means. It's been a minute since I've seen that. I think it was last year that it was popping off for me. I just remember sitting in a hot garage with our cat because our living situation last year was not the most tenable. I think we do survive this. Nope. For me, I'm both an alcoholic divorcee and a hobbyist scholar of political economics. That game rocked me. Did they write this for me? What the shit is this? Yeah. There's just so much. It's there at every level. Never been called out harder in my life. And that's what good art does. Good art makes you go, damn. They really hit me right. They got me critically hit here. They got me right through the ribs, right in the heart. Cut through the bullshit, couched it in a way that made it information that I could hear. Critical hit is 100% correct. I've definitely had people incidentally, like, critically hit me emotionally, and not necessarily in a good way, but occasionally in a good way. There is some times where it's just like, man, why you gotta do this? Why you gotta accidentally trigger some of my previous issues like this? I'm gonna say most of the time it's unintentional, and I'm just like, well, now I gotta deal with this mentally before I can hit equilibrium again. Damn frustrating, though. Bastards, you're not wrong, but damn. Sometimes the strangers that are the ones that can speak to us the most. An artist who happens to be a stranger. That's the human experience, baby. And that's the thing that makes me so appreciative of this beautiful world. And keeps inspiring my mentality of absurdism and hopecore. Hopecore absurdism. I know not everybody's gonna relate to that, but as somebody that has struggled with meaning a lot of the time. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. Anyways, that's why I like other people's stories more than my own. I was there for mine. Tell me something I don't know. There will always be strangers. There will always be great opportunities to learn more. Flatliner is a hard mechanic. What is Flatliner, Daft? Please do tell. Do explain for a MMO newbie. Probably has like thousands of hours in MMOs. Still considers himself a newbie. The arena gets split in half. Already a little rough. Am I gonna get hit by another dark bolt? Nope, okay. But I think what you're saying here, WT, is one of the reasons that artists do have to go and experience other things. Experience other people's art frequently in order to progress their own style and their own, like, messages can be forged through the crucible. Do that one again, please. Okay, well, I need to actually hit him to do damage, huh? Ow. Great technique. AAA gaming type comments here. Mitz, you need to hit the enemy in order to do damage. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Slippy the Frog. We're here. We're like 300 hours in, but we definitely need to keep yelling about that. Are we really getting close enough that he can't hit us there? Yep, that one was the easy to tell one. No, not okay, just the very edge getting bounced. I can tolerate that. Come here, Manus. No, not the dark pale. Oh, I was looking at the wrong area. Arena gets split in half. On each corner, there are meters that fall down and knock people away, and 4 people get tethers that need to be stretched. Dark fail? For real. 4 people get tethers need to be stretched. The closest people get a marker, but 3 AoEs drop on them. So it's a game. Is this something people are doing in a park? It would be really funny if people were doing raid mechanics IRL. Where did you mention Final Fantasy 14? It's implied. Don't know what Flatliner is. Sounds like an auto body tool. Where... I think we can fit like 3 more good attempts in here. Maybe less of those. Don't go too hard on Daft here, WT. Daft did say that he was leaving to go play Final Fantasy Raid. It's just missing context for you. It's okay. Context is for the weak. True. Yeah. Never mind. You know what? Context fine. What I walk into? Oh, nothing too bad. Good to see you, Bad Bish. How are you doing? What did you walk into? Mostly me losing my mind. Dying to the same boss over and over. Having a day. I hope that your day goes better. Context is for the wheel. Louis Swa? Yeah, Daft, I hate to say it to you, but... word wrong? But yeah, Bad Bitch, what has your day been like? What is a day for you? How do you read my chat so fast? Feel like we must be somewhere near each other geographically. I'm in Salt Lake. I don't think that we're that close. I think it's just that I have decent internet. Just got goated internet. I do have Google Fiber. Fiber is really a fantastic bit of technology. Use the same ingestion servers from here to LA. It's up to the streamer at this point. Yeah. Streamer got good internet at least. Getting combo to 0. Please no. Please don't. Please don't combo me. Bad Bish, what region are you in? If you're comfortable sharing. I thought I saw Canada somewhere, but... I may be mistaken. And I also I don't like doxing people. Richmond, Virginia? Ooh. Ye old DMV area. Not getting slapped by the feet. And also running into the arena wall. But yeah, I used to be in... There we go. I've finally done it. I've finally dodged through. We used to be in the DMV area. We were in Maryland. Please, don't shotgun me. I just want to see if I can get one bleed proc. I don't feel like I've been particularly good about that, but that's not gonna do it. Oh. Okay, I accidentally went into the work 2 hours early, decided to stay for overtime. Person that threatened my life multiple times and got banned showed up anyway and kept trying to find me. Coworkers kept hiding me in the literal back rooms. Ooh, that does not sound like a great day. I'm so sorry. That sounds like an absolutely miserable day. Work on top of getting harassed? Mm-mm. I wish you the best. Someone threatening your physical safety? The worst part is that the police don't do anything anyways. They go, oh, they haven't done anything yet. Grab that on camera once and boom, done deal, evidence. I wish that it were as simple as that. Evidence, evidence, evidence. True, true. No different than CYA emails. Yeah, you do have to cover your ass. Police on premises, always, exactly. She hasn't done anything worth arresting. Oh. Oh yeah, that is a separate person from the person that stole 80K too. Holy shit. But yeah, the police don't get it twisted. The police are there exclusively to protect capital and assert and exert authority over people. Not as simple as that, but without, you're fucked. 20% or 0%? Yeah. Police are the HR of democracy. They are. If only there were any well-trained HR or police people. For a minute, I was like, oh, I could be an HR person. And then I thought about it, and I was like, actually, do I really want to be protecting corporate interests? No, I want to just work with people. That's the thing that I'm interested in. Someone calling me a piece of shit is easy. You're not really wrong. If there's physical harm implied, oh boy, we have a fight. I don't understand how so much of the mentality for the American police stuff is the way that it is. Fuck me up, but make it a little funny for the stream. Thank you. Expound. High law enforcement to democracy head on. I just, as most people on the internet can agree, I'm not a big fan of the police. I don't feel like they do anything that actually helps anybody, generally. I'm not either. I'm just saying, I feel like it should be stated for me. The big thing that's had my attention, that's been like, what the hell, is specifically the American Fork, Utah police department with the Lego stuff that's been on the news. Ow. ACAB includes Paw Patrol. It does. Be a firefighter, kids. Nobody's writing songs like fuck the fire department in the same context. They're saying, yeah, fuck the fire department. Damn it. Government is also not democracy. True, true. It's part of the Seattle riot that chased out the police. I mean, protest. Based it. We got a based alert. I can handle bad energy. If this person is mentally unhinged, has created a narrative that never happened where I am the ultimate villain. I find that there's a lot of people out there that get very in their own head and just create these ideas of what actually happened. And rather than trying to maybe converse and figure things out, they go, actually, I'm right 100% of the time. I find that, I find the fact that that's so commonplace now to be an indictment of a lot of the mental health stuff. Been hearing about Lego shit, but I haven't looked into it. It's, you know, it's a classic case of police being corrupt and incompetent. And essentially, like, weaponizing them for the sake of rich people. As is often the case. Ouchie. Please, I just want to roll. Me at the KFC dinner. Are there hang on, does anybody actually like KFC? Me at the rave begging for Molly. I'm not much for big substances, I gotta be real. I have a personality that enjoys being inebriated too much. Kidding, don't do Molly. Yeah, is Molly the one that has like brain scans where people lose a lot of is it neuroplasticity? I can't remember. It might be. I might be looking at. Oh fuck. Yours was so much more wholesome. You know. It's meth and ecstasy or something. I'm not up on the big. I'm not up on the drug lore. I just kind of. No, it's not. Okay. What is it? KFC in 2001? Yeah, it was okay. Are people really eating KFC in 2026? Like, I feel like, I was looking at this Reddit thread earlier of people being like, why does KFC suck so much? And everybody saying, people just want chicken tenders and not to deal with the bone. But, like, when KFC was good, eating the skin and the around the bone is part of the experience. Like, we've made when we only have frictionless experiences, anything that provides friction becomes too much of a hassle. Beta amyloid proteins, vascular issues over the long term. Not something that you really want. I work in cardio, and anything that you hear amyloid issue, you don't want anything to do with. My boss gave me Molly once. Because it was my first time working an overnight shift. This is 10 years ago. Where were you working? Because I feel like that's a major factor there. being somebody that I can't imagine being at like an office and going like, I gotta work on those TPS reports. Automod held nah, what the hell? The original Moe's in Savannah, Georgia? I'm unfamiliar with Moe's.
The trailer.
Why did it catch that? That's a great question. Welcome to Moe's. That shit. It's a way, way, way worse Chipotle. Oh, okay. Damn. They're giving you MDMA for an overnight shift at the shitty Chipotle? Why did it catch that? That's a damn good question. Rubbing your own shoulders, staring into a corner. I'm ready to serve you. Yeah, just like getting really, really bad personal bubble issues there. It's, hang on. MDMA is coke, meth, and ecstasy? That's crazy. No wonder that shit causes so many issues. Yes, we took everything that feels pretty good and threw it together. Of course it's a party drug. No, it's the other way? Oh, my bad, my bad. It's wrong drug for work. Grow up and do cocaine like an adult. Yeah, come on. Do cocaine like an 80s businessman. Be Patrick Bateman. Or something. Snort lines in the bathroom at Dorsia. MDMA and ecstasy is the same drug. That's X. MDMA is great. X is the problem because it's usually cut. They are not. Oh, okay. Unfamiliar with that kind of drug game. No, please. Give me my sip opportunity. Can I keep getting him to do that move, please? Nope. Perfect. That's the heal opportunity. If we can just keep sneaking hits in like that, we should be good. Unless we get hit by the jumpy smash like that. MDMA is chemistry shorthand. Ecstasy is street colloquial. Telling you X usually means a cut. Got it. Well, you find it cut on the street is your problem. Learn to test your shit. An old hat drug user. I did? Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Check your shit. What is this? Hang on. Lived in DC for a long time. I have a weird mix. Utah, Nevada, DC twang I'll never shake. Yeah, my voice, the accent we've got going on here today, pretty bad. Also, I'm gonna run one more Manus. I lost myself in the sauce there. Realize the time I got a dip. No worries, bad bitch. Good luck. Inspired me to stream daily. Don't burn yourself out. That is numero uno. But good luck with your stream, bad bitch. Just don't... Keep it fun. I know I'm here 3 hours every day, but that's because 3 hours is about as much as I can handle in general. Much love. Thank you. Thank you. Take a, is this? Here. Perfect. It's an agree. I hear the burnout train. Yeah, we're at like 168 days here. And I'm doing it because do it when it feels correct. There are definitely days that I've gone live where I've been like, I don't really want to stream, and then I hit the go live button. And I go, actually, this was better than I thought it would be. I just want to keep up the momentum. I think we're going to hit 180, and I'm going to try and do something special for that. And then I'm going to try and aim for 365, just because a full year of streaming. Just being able to say, I streamed every day for a full year would be a fun way to be like, okay, this doesn't have to be forever, but I can figure out what I want to do more of. Because like 4-hour streams, 4 or 5-hour streams, that's usually, if I do something like that, I want to eat probably at the 3-hour mark or so. Because it's just, I run out of brain energy. For some, that's correct every night. For others, that's never. Yeah, some people, like, people forget that this is not something that you can just, I think, do without having the right headspace. Putting on a performance, or trying to put on a performance, I should say, because I'm certainly no actor. I'm no improv artist. Damn it. Used to stream, but that was only to have proof for my GoldenEye runs. I respect it. Speedrunning is it's a difficult beast. And like, it's not I don't think it's one of those. There we go. There we go. Oh, no, please. Okay, well, that's fine. Anyways, some people are just not there to perform. It's more of a hangout sesh, which I respect the fuck out of. Putting yourself out there just to hang out, also not easy. First try. Not even close. Okay, this one is the one that we gotta make some space for. Can you come over here? You're kind of on the edge of the arena. Manus stays edging. He's got his Gunnar arm and everything. Gunnar arm with teeth. Did anybody ever watch that just absolutely dog shit Tooth Fairy horror movie? I can't remember what it's called. The one where the Tooth Fairy will come after you forever if you're in the dark. I watched that one. No. My timing was off. We're so... Okay. I'm running it back one more time. Uno mas. We're over normal time, but I can feel it. One more. One more. Salty run back. It is. This is a salty run back. I try not to be much of a salty runner, but that one had me. That one's got me probably dying to the sorcerer here. The Abyssal Wizard. Motherfucker. Also, Daft, I haven't gotten my email for the Sajam Slam yet. I mean, we're getting really close to those dates. I really hope that they I hope that they reach out. Surely they don't have a roster already. And as I've said, I'm not that competitive. I'm not that competitive of an individual. It's just more of an opportunity. Not sure when they lock that down in the background. Oh, I'm almost assuredly not getting in. I applied like the 1st of this month, and it was announced a good bit earlier than that. I'd be surprised if, at this point, they haven't locked it in already. But I'm just about seeing what the wind blows my way. I'm not here for clout chasing type shit. Like, if I'm gonna join a tournament, I'm doing it because I'm interested in competing, even if not this one. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was an okay attempt. A little over halfway left in the health bar, but that's fine. We'll run back Manus tomorrow. Thanks to everybody for being here. I have had a really good time, even if we did not really make any progress. Anyways, thank you all for being here. If you've been watching the stream and haven't followed already, please give a follow. Check out my socials. There's a Discord down there if you're interested. Other than that, good night, Dota. Good night, Crack Dota. Good night, Daft. Good night, WT, and everybody else. Click the follow button and broke the heart. No! Have a good one. Thank you all. I've had a great time. You guys are what make the stream such a fun time. So thanks for being here consistently and chatting and just hanging out at all. Let's go. I think Bench is live with some Dark Souls. Yeah, let's go give Bench a raid. I like what he's been doing. It's fun seeing a wizard build, especially doing the Unga Bunga strats that we've got going on. Go check Bench out. Go give an upside down smiley face for me too, please. I think he's a good streamer. So, anyways, bye guys. Love you all. Mwah, 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 mwah. Good night. Mwah, mwah, mwah.